Welcome to our time lapse retargeting educational session. So what is time lapse retargeting? We're going to get to that in just a minute. Now, if you've done any online advertising the last year and a half that wasn't, let's say, email based, you've seen probably a significant increase in your ad costs on Facebook. You've seen a decrease in results. You've seen challenges with tracking, attribution, and retargeting thanks to Apple's change in policies and the Google cookie apocalypse that is coming in the next couple of years. You know, Wayne Gretzky, arguably one of the greatest hockey players of all time, was asked, you know, hey, you're not the biggest, you're not the strongest, you're not the fastest. How can we score the most goals? And he said, it's simple. Everyone else skates to where the puck is. I skate to where the puck is going. So with all that's going on with Apple's changes and Google's changes, where is the traffic puck going? We believe that's something we're calling time-lapse retargeting, which is showing your advertising, your ads, your messages to the most qualified prospects wherever they go, where everyone else is not. You don't want to be in a bloody red ocean where all of your competition is bidding up those ad costs. You want to show up as much as you can in a competitive vacuum. So here's an example of a local business, Quality Auto Sales and Service in Illinois. Their lead generation offer, they want to get people in the door. So they don't, this isn't a car sale, buy a new car campaign. They want to get people in the door for service. So their lead magnet, their bait for their service offer, we're going to share you in just a minute, but they don't want to show up where everybody else is showing up, and neither do you, because it costs too much and it's ineffective. So again, we spend the majority of our time as American, at least in American society, on our mobile devices. So you want to show up where everybody else is not, where your customers, prospects are going. So what else do you use your phone for? Well, you use it to check the weather, you use it to play games, you use it for business apps, you use it for local apps, you use it for niche apps. Let me show you what I mean. So here on ESPN.com, is Quality Auto's ad for their lead generation magnet, which is 60% off a first oil change. They know if they get you in the door for the oil change, they might have an opportunity. They're going to try and bring you back multiple times every 5,000 miles. And then they're going to try and take a crack at you for servicing your car, and then hoping, obviously, that you'll get a new car with them when the time has come. So their lead magnet, their bait, is a 60% off oil change. Here they are on ESPN.com. Here's their video ad, the 37-second video ad that you might be used to seeing on Facebook, now running on ESPN.com. Notice no other oil change, no other car places are next to them. The only other ad on the page is Samsung's Galaxy S10, which is not competition. Here they are on Yahoo News. Again, you won't see it. If you go to the weatherchannel.com now, you won't see their ad because you're not in their target market. Here they are, 60% off oil change. Here they are on Forbes. Here's the video ad running on Forbes.com, and I'll explain why you got to think differently with this type of retargeting than you traditionally would. Here is them on the Reddit app, ads in the app on mobile devices. We can put that ad in any app you want, Yahoo Sports, CNN, doesn't matter. They check maps, they check Google, they check the weather app, which my wife uses all the time, doesn't matter. We can show up wherever they go. We got different sizes, we got video, we got display, we got small ads in the sports scores, for example, or at the bottom of one of my kids' games that they play. Here's the best part. Not only can we target your ideal prospects, we can target your competitors' customers also on their phone, and I'll explain how to do that in just a minute. So the way this works is by device ID, and we are not serving an ad to their phone itself. That would be a privacy issue. We are serving an ad specifically to an app or a website that they are going to on their phone, and we're targeting them based on the physical location of their device ID. So what does that mean in English? Well, if you owned a brick and mortar retail business, whether it's a store or a service, whether it's a chiropractor, dentist, financial advisor, whether you were selling a supplement, we could target everyone who comes within, the 50 yards of a physical location. So if my in-laws own a retail health and herb and vitamin store, they could target everybody within 50 yards of their store. So people at stores next to them, they could target their own customers, people who come into their store and don't buy. But with time-lapse retargeting, your phone, unless you have physically taken the steps to disable every location notification, every location setting in your phone, which you couldn't do all of them because then Maps wouldn't work if you use Maps, but it stores your history for the last year, which means I can target anyone who's been anywhere in the last 12 months. I can literally go back in time. So I could take a personal injury lawyer and say, I want everybody who's been in the emergency room in the last year. Now, some of those people might work there. Some of those people might have been visiting somebody, and some of them might be at the emergency room because they had a heart attack that had nothing to do with an auto accident. But none of those people would click my ad. Only the people who had been in an accident would click my ad. And how else are you going to target? That's why personal injury lawyers, they have to market to everybody, right? They have to have TV ads and billboards nonstop because you never know when someone's going to get an accident or where they're going to get an accident. So they have to reach everybody all the time in the hopes of getting that tiny sliver of people who actually care because they got an accident today. This solves that problem. You can also, again, target anyone in a specific geographic location, wherever they go. Doesn't matter how far away they go. It just matters that they were at that address in the last 12 months. Even better, you could target your competitors. So we can run this on up to 100 locations. So if you were a financial advisor, for example, or you wanted affluent investors, I could target every business attorney. I could target every accountant's office. I could target every commercial mortgage broker. I could target every commercial real estate agent, any device that went to any of those locations over the last year. I could target those clients who went to those locations for you over the last 12 months, wherever they go. So think about ways you could play that. Well, if you are a supplement business, let's say you're selling a supplement and it's weight loss, we have clients in that space, then I'm going to find 100 websites that my ideal target market might visit. Then I'm not necessarily going after physical locations. I'm going by website traffic. So let's say my ideal prospect is a 45 to 55-year-old suburban affluent woman who's overweight, wants to lose some weight. Well, what other websites might she go to? There's the obvious ones, like she might go to Weather Channel to check the weather. She might go to the local newspaper website to check the stories, to read the news. She might read Oprah's magazine. She might go to Oprah. She might read Good Housekeeping. I'm making stuff up. She might read Women's Day. Well, she might belong to an association. She might go to the website of her gym if she works out. She might go to Dr. Oz. She might go to some other health and wellness websites, other supplement websites, anywhere she might go to do anything related to health and fitness, and sometimes not even like yoga, Pilates. You can target all of those. You're an information marketer. You're selling a course. How many other people sell courses on your topic? You can go after your competitors' traffic. And then if you're a physical bricks and mortar business, then it's everyone who goes to anyone who's your competition, anyone who's your co-opetition, right? Who serves the same clients you do. So if I'm a financial advisor, and I specialize, so let's say one of our clients, howtofindmoneyforcollege.com, which is a college financial aid service that cuts the cost of college $19,077 per year per child. I know I talk fast. So their ideal referral sources are high school guidance counselors. I could hit every high school. I could hit 100 different high schools and run ads saying guidance counselor, click here. Here's what the special offer is. I could go, where else do those affluent families with college bound high school kids go? I could say, well, what other hobbies do the kids have? They might play sports. Let's see, my son plays soccer and football. So those locations and the leagues that he plays in have websites where they go check their scores and their standings. Let's see, my daughter's in musical theater school. Let's see, my other daughter's dance recital place. Where else do those families go? It's limitless. It's limited, basically, your imagination and the way you can creatively think about it. This works in business to business too. Let's say we have a financial advisor who wants to work with dentists. Well, I could get 100 addresses of dental clinics that he wants as clients and run ads. And the ad will say, own a dental practice or something like that, calling out to the owner of the practice, the dentist. So that way the patients who are going in and out every day, they're not going to click on my ad because they don't care. They're not the target market. It's invisible to them. They ignore it. I want the dentist to click the ad and get to know my financial advisor client. So you can make this work a whole bunch of different ways. We can do it with email. We got a whole bunch of different ways to play it. So think about, where else does your target market go when they're not buying from you? Who else do they buy from? What else do they do with all of their other time that they're not thinking about what you do? And let's talk about how we can put the power of time-lapse retargeting to work for you.